All right. Uh, we back again. We got Cryptic Savage.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We got Face On, my dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so all right, so this is another segment. Y'all know we talk about the superhero talk, cinema, all the TV stuff that's coming out. So this segment we're gonna call it Page to Power Ups because we're talking about pages as far as comic stuff like that, and scripts and stuff that's coming. They're bringing it to life or however way they want to do it, animation or not. So for the sake of time, let's go ahead and get into it.
Hmm.
So the first thing is how we feeling about Superman passing 400 M's.
Oh, bro, you know what I'm saying? I was already on that. I said that she was gonna get it.
Okay,
I
okay,
said that she was gonna get it.
Yeah, man,
okay,
well deserved. And if you've seen the movie, they did pandering right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
yeah,
they did everything they had to do, bro, with that joint.
yeah. I think regardless of what it is, they made it. Even for the people that didn't like it, you kind of respect the advertisement, bro, because
Oh
they
yeah.
just make that shit fire. I ain't gonna hold you. So I mean, yeah, they did their thing with that. So I didn't. I expected it. How do we feel about people comparing him to Henry Cavill? Apart, yeah, because just before you go ahead, I literally saw a video of like this is the difference of the Superman, right?
Mhm.
And they had obviously the one we just had
Hmm.
saying "Eyes on me," did what he did. Actually, I'm talking now because y'all motherfuckers ain't seen the movie yet. Then this is on y'all. So
Yeah.
eyes on me, shot up, dropped on them, then saved the people in the building. Then I seen the Henry Cavill Superman, and it's a truck sliding towards a building. And he just levitated up and let it blew up and killed anything back there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I know we got favorites, but it's not a good look.
It's
Along with
not.
the,
It's
along
not.
with the, he's just dying.
Come on, bro. Come on with it, bro. That Henry Cavill for sure is definitely he's a good Superman. Clark Kent, it was definitely a miss. I think the new guy definitely takes it for a good Clark Kent.
Okay.
And similar video, I did see one that similar to what you were talking about, but in this one, it was like, yeah, you got Superman saving a squirrel, everybody else dying, and then Henry Cavill, this man just let the entire building blow the hell up. It's like, it's like, yeah, give or take, but um, I'm still on it. I'm still here. I heard from the video that I sent you, James. I don't know if you hit. You're gonna have to send it to him,
Hmm.
but um, I did hear that James Gunn did ask Henry Cavill to come back. Now,
Mhm.
that video that I sent you, I'm not gonna lie, I am on board with him playing Batman only because they look so similar. And it would be kind of cool if they did do a like similar to the Justice League, where both Bruce and Clark looked really fucking similar in the show. They were kind of hard to tell apart. So if you do that, and him being older than old boy, he could do it. He kind of
I,
has that range for acting too, and he got the bill for it too.
I can't jack that. But go ahead, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, if you do come back, like, that's solid. You know what I'm saying? And it's on par with what they were doing already with Superman. It's a
Mhm,
lot of fanfare and a lot of like redemption arcs already. Like James Gunn is he's really catering to the fans this time around. And
mhm.
just even going back to like the whole blowing up saving squirrel comparison, like I think this Superman, Corn Sweat, this Superman, he's like they're making him such a good guy. They're making him
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a good guy. Like he's super likable, all
Right.
that all dark handsome, all that bullshit.
Mhm.
But I feel like they're building up his like when he loses it, because we seen the Superman where he just spazzed, broke his neck at the end,
Yeah.
after the world just switched on him. So when he finally loses it, they finally go into his dark side. You know what I'm saying? Make him a heel. If you're a WWE fan, you know what I'm saying? Like when he goes
Oh
heel,
gosh, not to hear. Hey,
when he
everybody
goes
watch that.
heel, it's going to be epic because they're playing heavy on his likability.
They are.
A
They
lot of
are.
people were saying that I think a lot of the comments were like, "Well, this Superman didn't really have a lot of character development." And I think I've heard that a lot with a lot of movies, and I think the problem people fail to realize is when it comes to movies compared to TV shows, you only get 2 hours to tell a story.
Fact.
And with that 2 hours, there's not really a lot that you can do. And I think James Gunn really took a great approach about this. Instead of trying to give him a full on character development in like a death or something like that, and him go crazy. He was like, okay, we already know Superman is a good guy. Let's just keep on that trope and let's give him a little bit of character development with the whole Bizarro thing and him doing that. I think the next coming movies we're going to see a switch of him becoming more of the.
Hold on, Bizarro. Hold on. You try you.
He leaking? He leaking?
Dang, man, he just rolled with it.
Nah. You said, and I quote, somebody run that shit back, clip that shit. This nigga said, "Hey, if you ain't seen it by now, we saying shit."
I get you, but like we ain't had the discussion. We ain't say, "Oh man, we just pinned it that." You just roll with it, like
you know. He should not be named. He
who shall not be named, who just got name dropped, who is not really named. He don't really got a name. You feel me? He not.
I mean, well, we don't know though. We don't know. That's one of the things we talked about. But Bizarro. Okay, yeah, we do.
The fans know. Fans know.
Yeah, we do. Obviously, and it also didn't help that James Gunn came out and said that I would like Bizarro in the verse.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. I don't know if they're going to do it that way, but
I don't know if they do it too. But I like that. I like that. But my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off, brother. Go ahead.
No. I was going based off of what you just said about the whole redemption arcs. James Gunn is really doing a really good job about that. You know, he in talks with Jason Momoa. Hopefully Henry Cavill, because you know Henry Cavill walked away, so hopefully he does like, yeah, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna do my thing. He doesn't have to do the Batman thing. He could do Superman. We talked about DC doing the whole multiverse thing, and James, you said that DC could do a really good job about it, and I'm here for it. I think James Gunn would actually do a really good job of doing multiverse in there, but I do want to also add in, it is going to be a big issue with people being already like tired of the whole multiverse thing from Marvel. So
I got you.
I was gonna say that for later too. Like the whole multiverse is kind of, we're kind of over it, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think that Marvel had a amazing thing that they could have done with it, but it just didn't pan out. So. I mean, that's just what it is, right? So, I mean, I think that I got the idea, I saw the vision, but it just wasn't enough. Not enough. What, like I said with it. Yeah, I'm trying not to be head ass. I'm trying so hard not to be head ass. So easy to. So, I mean,
you gotta get the generic drum roll in your sound deck.
Hey, man, I got that too, but I got some wild stuff in my sound deck, but I'm gonna keep that alone. And so okay, so now we got that. Let's go ahead and move on to Fantastic Four. You know, that's coming out this weekend. More so this week for the people to get the early screening and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
I've been hearing good reviews, right?
Yes.
So what is our expectations? Are we expecting Marvel to be back? What people saying? Are we overreacting? How are we kind of feeling like engaging it?
I'll let you go first. Go ahead.
They gotta be back. Superman just did 400 mil. You know what I'm saying? Superman just did 400 mil. They gave us like a nice little, like they held us down a little bit with Ironheart, but this they big one for the year. You know what I'm saying? So they the expectations, at least for me, like the expectations are high, bro. The expectations are high. This they first time really doing like a team up. Well, not a team up, but like these type of characters, Sony type characters, Fantastic Four, X-Men. So this they first look at it, and it's gotta be stellar, bro. It's gotta be.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, this is like the same thing we say that it's just breeding competition, right? It's breeding competition, and so if this is something that like is made to make it happen, then we need to do it. We need to do it. So I think personally, I'm hearing good things. I've been excited about it, especially like after hearing the Thunderbolts, which is severely underrated. Thunderbolts. I think that that this could be the start, and I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it to be back. Yeah, I'm really happy for it. So I think it's going to be good. Personally, I think that Marvel is now under a different type of regime. They're not pressed to do anything. They're not pressed to do all that stuff. They tried that route, just pumping it out because we're Marvel, and they end up being fucked up. So with that being said, sound like they learned their lesson, and I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so what must it? Go ahead, Cryptic.
Oh no, I'm in agreement with y'all.
Okay.
I would just add that I hate using the term is Marvel back, bro. Marvel been back. Marvel been back since Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's not forget that. Hold on. Let me defend my case. I know it's a hot take. Let me defend.
He trying to go take for take
Let
early.
me take early, gang.
Let me defend. Ready?
Okay.
Here's why. When Deadpool and Wolverine dropped, that was the movie that they said was going to be the pivoting point of all their movies, and they have already announced what was made before the switch, which was Ironheart, Blade. Now we're getting some more Blade stuff, and it was something else. And there's a name specific, like it's like Marvel something under what was made before and what's made now. Deadpool and Wolverine was the first one.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty great. I thought it was definitely a breath of fresh air from the trash that they were putting out before. Jeez. So now we're going in from there to we had what was after that? I know a big movie was Captain America.
Yeah.
For me, I don't have high remarks for it, but I do think it did a pretty good job. I thought it was just Incredible Hulk 2, honestly, with a lot of Winter Soldier stuff. So we have that as an additional movie. That, and then yes, I agree. Thunderbolts was definitely underrated. A lot of people were looking at it differently and was like expecting it to be this like big Marvel movie, which it's Marvel. Everybody's still under the impression of we're going to have every single movie after Endgame is going to be like Endgame. No, you have to have building movies. That's what made Endgame so great, because you had Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, all the Thors, Guardians of the Galaxy. You got to build up to get something great.
Not all the Thors.
I mean, them jokes are trash. But hey, they were there. So like we had a lot of character development, and that going into the same thing about the whole Superman thing. Everybody's expecting it to be this big blockbuster movie. For it to do 400 is fucking phenomenal. That from there we know that they can build off of that in really world building, not just I'm just gonna give you one big movie and call it quits. No, we gotta set the stage for the story, the end game, end goal, bro. Let me know. But yeah, like I said, I do agree. I think that they're already on that path. They've been on that path, and like I said, they've fired a lot of people. We've had Blade. Apparently now got pushed back to what 2027.
I mean, I don't think there's an official
or 2030.
They just got like somebody decided in the last like 48 hours.
Wasn't it Eric? It's the dude that made Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah,
so
the guy who wrote Thunderbolts is on for Blade.
Which I'm on the fence about that, only because I don't know what in Marvel's head said Sinners was great, but we're not going to go with Ryan Coogler. Why not?
Maybe that's not what's name.
He's to too many projects already, bro.
He touched too many projects.
I know
the Black Panther series. It's a lot happening with Coogler, and he's I think he's doing what Twilight Zone next. Like
the X Files. He's doing the X Files, which is gonna be tough.
The X Files.
The X Files gonna be tough. We got to talk about that. But
yeah,
we'll say that towards the end when we talk about shows. Let's say till the end. Okay. So look, I think
definitely oversaturated. Yep.
Yeah, Marvel definitely oversaturated. I also want to say that I see that Kevin Feige says the Fantastic Four, you don't need to do any homework required to go see the movie.
Nope.
Are we happy about that? I'm happy about it.
Yes, because I feel like we're just starting. Just starting the movie. Just get know the characters. Mm-hmm. Similar to Superman, you didn't need to know anything about Superman. You just went in, watched the movie, and it was over and done with. Apparently, there's no end credit scenes too. That's what I heard, but I don't know.
For what?
For Fantastic Four, I remember they said it's supposed to be no end credit scene. Did they change that?
No, I think what I said. Remember, I said about the Dr. Doom at the end.
Yeah, about him being in that ship on Thunderbolts.
Yeah, but being at the end, remember I said that he was going to appear with Franklin at the end, and that's when they go chasing him. He went to a different universe. Yeah, that's why I think they tapping in. I think that's going to be it. I mean, it's on paper now. That's my take on it. I think that'll be icy. I think that'll be fire going in, but
I need
we
to
will
look this
see.
up to see if they have
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking it's gonna be Doom on the ship. Uh, obviously with Franklin. I'm thinking I don't want to get all into my whole little theory, but I'm just go back to Infinity War, how Tony came back the first time, or Endgame, how Tony came back. That's what I'm thinking is the exact same thing is gonna happen.
Okay, so okay, I'm not mad at that. So all right, so here's the thing. This is where I'm thinking that to get more in depth. Do I really want to go in depth? Okay, you know what? I think there's a good theory about a guy that's on a screen rant. Had a good, interesting guy named Colton, but someone else brought it into him. He mentioned that the reason why Doctor Doom is Doctor Doom and Tony is because
There's two, by the way. Sorry.
it says two, but they're saying that it is really Reed Richards' fault why that happened.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So due to so this is what the theory was. The theory was is that how can I put this? Actually, I'll just go ahead and say it. So the theory is that Dr. Doom was creating an alternate timeline because Reed Richards didn't want to give up Franklin. There's a theory that the reason why the one, as far as Kang was keeping everything together, is because he made an agreement with Galactus that every Galactus would be able to get a Franklin, either by eating or doing whatever being able to get a Franklin from Richard Reed, right? Then so this is the only Reed that decides not to do it. So Galactus is now coming there, and he's like, that's why he's like gun ho, like I will leave your shit alone unless you have to give me Franklin, knowing that Doom will come if you don't give me Franklin. So of course, apparently per the board and the chalkboard and stuff, the Council of Reeds are going to be in here because the only time they communicate is if you're smart enough to reach the Council of Reeds. That's how they recruit. So he goes to there, meets the Council of Reeds. Of course, the Council of Reeds are saying, "Are you stupid? Give up your son."
Right.
Because we're thinking more logical. And he says no. And that breaks up the whole timeline of how this goes. That is a theory. And that would be fire.
That is an interesting fucking theory because it's like, I mean, for those that don't know, if you look at the Secret Wars comics, in that Doom just basically completely rewrites everything with the help of Molecule Man and Doctor Strange. And he basically takes Reed's family. So damn.
Yeah, I told you that was kind of fire, right?
It makes sense, bro. Like all the universe stuff, like we know they're gonna be jumping universes. We know that Franklin Richards is an alpha level mutant or alpha level being.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. We already know the Fantastic Four is already set in a different universe. And if you go, I don't know why people sleeping on this.
Oh,
back to Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
He met the first Reed Richards. That Reed Richards just so happened to die. But we've already been introduced to this character, so we already know that more exists. So that theory,
and that was Illuminati too.
Yep. That Illuminati
hold some weight.
Yeah.
You know what backs what you just set up?
Okay.
Franklin Richards is Molecule Man. Franklin Richards with Doom is going to take Franklin Richards' power.
Yes.
And use it the same way he did with Molecule Man and rewrite everything. Yep.
That's what I was thinking.
That makes sense.
Hey, look, I be
makes
pulling
sense.
up with the heat. I be pulling up with the heat, y'all. So okay. So here's another thing to add on to that theory as well. They also said that it's a possibility that Doom is also a mirror of Thanos, right? Because Thanos was egotistic and stuff and tried to do the right thing. Tony does the same thing in a different manner. I want to put the armor around the world. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they also said that everyone that he may be dealing with, because we know it's supposed to be like a real big clash, are representations of stones. Galactus being purple, you're going to have to go see Loki because he's a person in the timeline. You know he's going to go see Loki, so
Green.
that's how he's going to do it with
Time
Green.
Stone vibe.
Yeah, we got Scarlet Witch, which I know that like it's supposed to be a
Red.
Nexus thing. Red.
Mhm.
You got Franklin that may be like yellow. That may be like the yellowish. You got
Would that
another
be
one that's a
Vision?
Sentry. Sentry. He may be Vision, but one of them are going to play a role like Sentry because it's two.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so you got Sentry, and then you got Chavez for the space blue.
That makes sense.
And yeah, and all of them are and most of them are Nexus beings, and if they're not Nexus beings, which for people that's watching, Nexus beings mean there's only one version of that in the universe. If they're not all Nexus beings, all of them has something special. Like, for example, like people said when I was talking about this earlier today, Scarlet Witch, there's more Scarlet Witch. We've seen the Multiverse of Madness, right? I mean, but we've only seen like one that was like really like dark.
Yeah.
Damn, we only seen there was only one that was like that.
Mm.
All the other ones were the same, but there was only one.
Mm.
Loki, they say we've seen multiple Lokis, but there's only one Loki that's now the person that sits on the throne, control the timeline. So I think that like it could be a thing where Galactus is like, yeah, we didn't want to create this. It's been created, and now Doctor Doom is now twisting Galactus' arm. It's like, yeah, you're gonna come fuck with me to do my plan, or I'm just gonna fuck all this shit up.
This is my theory, bro. This is my theory. Like, Doctor Doom is. We all know the iconic comic book panel. Doctor Doom rips Thanos' skeleton out his body.
Yep. Yep.
My thinking is that it's gonna be the same thing, except this time Dr. Doom wins, instead of him dying there. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of him dying for the snap, like he just wins. And so they embrace him, when he comes back to Earth with Franklin on the ship. It's just gonna be like because we've seen it in Doctor Strange again. They beat Thanos. It's just they couldn't control Doctor Strange, so they had to kill him, or so they thought.
Yeah.
Came back as a zombie Strange. So I'm thinking this is gonna be the same thing, except this time Tony wins. He gets loved by the people of Earth, and they embrace him as Doctor Doom.
That makes sense.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. The only thing I would change, because I know exactly what you guys are talking about. James, I sent you this video that had those same exact theories. The only difference is, so I sent James a video that basically explained about how Ultron predicted all this.
Yeah.
Ultron, when Wanda got in their head, and you saw Tony was at the end, and everybody else was dead except for him. So going off of that, the theory is that yes, instead of him dying, he wins, but instead of him giving up the gauntlet, he's like, I got to make sure that nobody ever touches us again, and then he just has a whole different mindset about life and everything, similar to Thanos. So it's like, all right, that makes him Doom. I don't know if they're still going to do the whole body swap thing.
I don't think they're doing the body swap thing. I've been heard that that's been like disbarred a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I heard that's not even happening. So yeah.
So it'd be kind of interesting to see him come over and interact with everybody, and especially if it's him after the snap. Like, he didn't die, he just became more stern on his decisions and stuff. He's not joking, making them jokes and stuff. He's more like, yo, y'all need to listen to me.
That's true. Okay, so all right, that was big. I know that we went away. So with that being said, still talking Marvel. It's a lot of Marvel stuff y'all have released this week. So Kevin Feige has revealed that 2 years or less, or a little less, is on his Marvel Studios contract. How are we feeling about that?
It's Cap.
Yeah.
2 years or a little less?
Yes.
It might be up, but I don't think he's gonna just walk away. Or at least if he's thinking about it, Disney about to hit him with that big old check. They're gonna be like, "Yup, come on back, big dog. Come on."
Especially since he's been now cooking too. He back, like, yeah.
Like, look what's next on the slate, bro. You got Fantastic Four, you got the next Spider-Man, maybe Doctor Strange 3, maybe Black Panther 3, all in that same 2-year window. It's no way they letting him just like, and
Spider-Man.
Yeah, like Spider-Man Brand New Day, Doctor Strange 3, Fantastic Four in a week or like in 4 days. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
We about to run up. We about to run up at least 4 or 5 billion.
easily.
And then all we got to do is wait it out. All they got to do is wait it out. Whenever Spider-Man multiverse, whenever the multiverse drops, the animated series or beyond the universe, whatever it's called, the animated series drop, then they get Miles Morales. They're not letting Kevin Feige miss that bag.
Yeah, they're not letting them go off that. I can see that. I can see that. I mean,
I heard that they're not because I think that was one of the other things. Marvel or Sony is like, nah, we're not gonna let you use Miles. You can't use Miles right now, but you can still use Spider-Man for the whole. Which I'm more for this whole movie because it's going to be more grounded. We're going to see him in more New York doing a lot more stuff with the Punisher of all people. And if you ain't seen Daredevil Born Again, boy, you got to go see it because they got gritty in that.
That's what I think that shit is gonna be about, like more street level shit. You know, King, if you've seen it, spoiler, take for take spoiler if you ain't seen it. But Kingpin is the mayor of New York and he has the anti-vigilante thing going. So we get to see hopefully we get to see Spider-Man turn up. It's talk to Punisher joining them and doing a whole little buddy cop situation. So it should be fun. It should be fun. Kingpin's a major player and Spider-Man always has been. So. And maybe hopefully we get to see him and Torch link up. I always love that. They never got to that in none of the movies.
No, bro.
This friendship. So I think that'd be really dope to see.
It'd be cool to see Moon Knight pop in there too. And him have a little back and forth with Moon Knight.
So I'm about to say, so here's the thing. I read about that too, that for some odd reason there are some stuff that won't allow Kingpin to be there. I've already read that. So not exactly sure why.
I know why. There's a lot of back end stuff. That's why in Daredevil Born Again, they were talking about when he gave the speech about the vigilantes, he said he used like a term spider people.
Yeah, spider people.
He couldn't actually say the dude's name because they technically don't have the rights for it. And Sony has to be like, give the okay. But it's like at this point, dude, your entire franchise is messed up. You're not going to be able to take Tom Holland back and try to put him in with Venom, Kraven, and all these other people, and they've never done a movie together. That's why they're back to Marvel.
That's why they're holding on to Miles Morales. Like that's their golden goose, bro. They have
that is. I agree. That's why they hold on to Miles Morales.
Right
yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, I saw that Kevin Feige asked about it, and they said, "Don't even touch it. Don't even touch it." I'm like, damn, like all that. Like,
you ever reach your hand out and got popped? That's exactly
what they did. I said, man,
too much.
Hey, look, they was this close to getting got up by DC, bruh. After they did that little Batman Beyond, that little sneak, bruh, that would have been cold. See it, man, $20.99 Batman, come on, bruh.
Yeah, they need to bring that because that's icy. That's icy.
He's still alive. He's still alive out and doing stuff. Like the show just ended. But there was no ending. Like we don't know where he been doing. So, like, yeah, there's no ending to the show. You know?
Oh yeah, you're right.
It just stopped airing.
I'm about to say. I'm about to say. Now that I'm thinking about it.
There was no ending.
It was no ending. Yeah, it was no. Huh?
So Terry McGinnis could still be out there. You know what I'm saying? Fighting crime, doing his thing.
Okay. All right. That's fair. I can see that. Okay. So all right. So look. So let's go ahead. Move on to like the next topic. So, all right. So now this is a thing that's kind of been pissing me off. So apparently Kevin Feige shifting from Kane to Dr. Doom. Even before what happened to Jonathan Majors, we had started to realize Kane wasn't Thanos. We had to start talking about Dr. Doom even before we officially pivoted from Kang. In fact, I had started talking with Robert about this audacious idea before Ant-Man 3 even came out. So you're telling me, I'm calling bullshit, bro. Don't do our math like that. I'm standing behind that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's 100%.
It might be a little cap. It ain't big cap, but it's a small little cap.
I mean, here's the thing. I saw a few guys that said, "Yeah, I said this before, and I believe it." And I mean, I'm not saying that it couldn't happen because Dr. Doom is Dr. Doom, right? But there's no way you're setting up all this and you set up multiple movies and you saw this for Kang for them not to think that he wasn't on the level of the big bad with Thanos. If you're saying that you wanted Dr. Doom to come wipe that out and you already started a conversation, cool, I get it. But the way they're talking, the spicy talking right now, I don't. I think that's part of Cap, 100%.
I'm calling Cap 100%. I'm gonna say Cap 100% because look at what they, bro. We talked about Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion was supposed to be a part of that whole Kang thing, and then they were doing Kang is supposed to be bigger than Thanos because he's in multiple different areas, multiple different universes, and it can't be touched. So how are you gonna sit here and be like, oh well, we were already in talks for Dr. Doom and switching it over? No, you're trying to save face because you knew you fucked up by firing him. And now you're like, like, no.
I gotta go take for take, gang.
Uh-oh.
I got to, because if you like a little, it's a little bit of Cap. Like Jonathan Majors definitely fucked up his bag. He fucked up his bag, but Marvel was already fucking up the bag. Nobody was happy with nothing post Endgame until about now. So I think that they seen that. And they were like, hey, yo, we got to do something to deliver. Like, we got to get this back right. Also, like, even if you go comic book accurate, even if you just go MCU accurate, like, Kang don't have the connecting pieces that make him such a, oh, my God, we're scared of him. You know, like, it doesn't, or like, you know, like casual fanfare, like Thanos was such a moment. Like, you can go to other pop culture references and just see how they're trying to Thanos their own villains. But Thanos was such a thing. Like, we grew with that character for 10 plus years before we even really seen his final form. So I don't think they ever got that off the ground with Kang, even though if you watch, like, if you ain't watch Loki 1 or 2, don't talk to me about Kang. But like, I don't think they ever really got to the point where Kang connected with other characters outside of Loki. Like, nobody really fuck with Ant-Man and Wasp 3. I don't know why.
That's
but
the only one.
The masses didn't really. Yeah. I don't know why. I thought it was a good movie, but his performances in Loki season 1 and 2, bro, I think he just over exceeded and just fucked up his bag. And I think Marvel realized that they were fucking up their own bag and was like, all right, we got to find a way to pivot. Somebody that the fans love, somebody that's gonna bring out some dough, whether it be Robert Downey Jr. or not. The character Dr. Doom is an icon regardless. So I think they were trying to find a pivot. Maybe would have made like Kang the small bad to Doom's big bad, but I think they were trying to find a pivot maybe before he was fucking up before the whole scandal.
I will say I will agree with that, only because I just think that the whole talks about them doing it. I think the only thing that sped up the process was the fact of the whole Jonathan Major stuff, and then like you said, all the movies going bad. I mean, Secret Invasion was just trash, and then it was like they were trying to do multiple stories at once, but they didn't interconnect. Like, Secret Invasion had nothing to do with what was going on with the whole Kang and multiverse stuff. So it was like
they got
separate
lazy
stuff. Yeah, no, facts. And the only thing that I think if they were in talks, maybe someone brought it up to Feige about it, but they were probably going to do it after all of the whole Kang stuff, because I know that they were in talks to do a more mutant stuff, which is going based off of one of the points that you brought up, James, for us to talk about their pivotal reboot. Reboot is to do a whole mutant thing after Doomsday, and like I told you, the theory is that they will do the battle world, but instead of doing where at the end of Secret Invasion, where or Secret Wars, where Franklin throws out the multiple universes and stuff, it's just going to be all one universe, and all the different mutants and stuff are going to be on one big planet, and we'll see a lot more people. So I do think that was the battle world. I do think that was the plan from the jump. But like I said, I don't think it was supposed to be now. But I'm glad that they did, because that means that they were like, yeah, no, we just need to scrap that and come back here, and we'll maybe come back, because I think Jonathan Major said that he was considering coming back if asked, but I don't think anybody. I think he should. I think he got hold. He got gypped for sure.
They gotta because not not just they have to make it make sense, but like it just makes sense. It makes sense. We never seen the end of his story, and the time variant association, TVA, and all that. Like it still exists. Loki is still out here. Ant-Man is kind of in the wind right now, so it makes sense to like bring him back in a smaller manner, you know. But at the same time, like, who knows what they're gonna do, bro? They just kind of just like, we don't really care if it makes sense. We'll throw some little dialogue in the movie and kind of cover it up, keep it pushing on y'all.
My only thing is, how does you know, the whole purpose of season 2 was Loki being, you know, one, it was a lot of character development. I loved that. It's like seeing him go through that, it was amazing. And then like him being the god of stories was very significant to the Kang portion.
It was.
My question to you guys is, how do you think they would pivot to make him relevant to the Doom storyline?
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on this one. No Diddy. This that yeah. Gotta do a pause, you feel me? Dang, I lost 20. We went from 120 to 116 after I said that. Hey, look, y'all, we ain't going like that.
Hey, bro.
Y'all three can get freaky chat.
Right. Yeah. Y'all three can get with it or get lost, all right? But nah, for real. We need these views. Come on, guys. But no, but seriously, I think that he's just gonna get wiped out by Doom. I think that's what's gonna be the simplest thing. That's the only thing that can make sense. They're gonna have to give you some more like Kang in the background. They may have to give you a little bit of season and fluff saying Kang was this person, because that was the biggest thing, right? Kang could have been anybody. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that hooked. I don't think that necessarily people were over Kang, but I think people were over the MCU at one point, and it took too long. Yeah. You know, like we just saw Thanos. We want another big bad quick. We don't want to wait 10 years. And you know, and I completely understand what Faison was saying. Like 100%. Like like people didn't care as much, and I don't think that like you said, the pop culture and stuff like that. But it may could have got there, depending on how they did it. But you know what? It may have been weird because he's supposed to be different variants. He could have been anybody. At one point in time, I was hearing that he was supposed to be a Dr. Doom was supposed to be a variant of Kang and stuff like that. But that all got wiped away. So with that being said, they could even still do that. They still could go up there and be like Kang. You could say, oh, well, you wasn't a big bad, but you was a variant. And Dr. Doom technically be like, nah, well, maybe variant, not a variant, but I'm Doom. And just wipe him out.
Or just like, even still, like, they could, I feel like it's going to be like a, not necessarily passing the torch, but like a take the keys type situation. Like, hey, boom, I couldn't get this done. Like, you know what I'm saying, John or Kang talking to Doom, like, I couldn't get this done. This is what you need to do in order to get this done. Like Cryptic was saying, like, Kang ends up making a deal with Galactus. Like, I still think that that's a very solid theory or a very good tie-in. Like, you know, I made this deal. I didn't fulfill my part of the deal. I die. Now we need to complete the mission. So we go.
Okay, so you mean like when I was talking about the Galactus thing and how they all made he made a deal with them to keep everything and my bad. Crypto, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I mean, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm probably one of them fans that be like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, because there's two unexplained things that they have still yet to explain. Is how are you gonna sit here, the Rhodey situation, bro? Bro, come on, bro.
he was just
trapped in Russia, bro. And then all of a sudden he gonna come back and be like, oh, so Tony died? Like, what? Oh my god, that made me so mad. That, and then so that whole thing, and then you got someone who basically has all the powers of everybody. I don't know how they're gonna explain that.
Yeah. That's the biggest fuck up. Because where the hell is she at?
That's what I'm saying. She's basically unbeatable.
Basically unbeatable, right?
So. CGI beat her.
CGI definitely was winning. CGI spanked her, y'all. Hey, what I mean by this is, do not go watch that shit. Same for YouTube. YouTube.
But, so that, and then I guess the Eternals one can be explained, because that one can be brought back into the whole Doom thing. Because at the,
what do you mean the Eternals one? What do you mean by that?
So at the end we saw
Icarus.
Icarus. Yeah. No.
And then it's supposed to be
Star Fox. My fault.
What's the name?
Star Fox.
Yes, him. Yeah, we saw
Oh,
him,
okay.
which was supposed to be Thanos' brother in the comics and stuff. It was like,
Yeah.
okay, but then that they haven't done anything with it. So there's a lot of, or I don't want to say a lot, but there's a couple movies and shows that like have a lot of up in the air stuff. That how are you going to track back into the what you have now already going on? And I guess you could just do another snap with Doom this time, a little bit more strategic with him. Actually, you know what? That would make sense. Battle World, because in Battle World, when he
Hmm.
said everything, he only brought in, he had the council, he had his guards of Thor, the
Yep.
thing was his wall, Groot was the tree, he
Yep.
had Sue Storm and all them. So I mean, yeah, I guess
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
that's such a lazy way to explain it, but yeah, I
Hey,
guess
look, bro. This will be all right. We got some years to go by this. Hopefully, God willing, we're still going with that. And now we're at panels with other shit too, talking about this. So,
Like,
with that being said, let's go ahead and jump to okay. So this is kind of a statement where I said it like I would think that Kevin Feige. We just keep this really quick and simple. Marvel Studio currently has a 7-year plan for the MCU that extends all the way to 2032. So somebody's going to have to be at the helm.
we know it,
You know, right. All right, okay.
Well, if it ain't gonna be him, like then they're gonna pass it to the Russo brothers. You know, like and
It need to be to the Russo brothers. It needs to be the Russo
honestly,
brothers.
I don't think they should have walked away. And if Marvel's smart, I think Disney waiting. I say Disney. I think DC is waiting. They're waiting. They're hungry. They're trying to get as many of Marvel people as
Yeah, they
possible
can.
up
Yeah.
out of there. Boy, if they fuck up and don't bring Kevin Feige back or don't bring the Russo brothers, imagine the Russo brothers over at DC.
over DC, it's
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
well,
it's over.
it is over. But here's the thing, though. If you didn't know, Russo brothers left because of their own accord. They said that they
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be
yeah.
known for just comic book stuff. But I don't know, man. I think that you say that and you be like, man, shut up, take this bread.
take the
You
bag.
feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Y'all have the
It's
helm
like
to
throwing
everything.
money in the face. Though.
That's what, yeah.
Maybe though, this might be a hint. I can't remember his name right now, but the Thunderbolts director, they just
Eric
Yeah.
something,
they just
yeah.
brought him on the next project.
Eric Pearson.
They
Eric
might
Pearson.
have found their successor, depending on how the next project go. I mean, everybody gets one. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
I'm
gets
still
one.
on the fence about him doing Blade though.
That's
Because
what I'm saying. Like these next projects are gonna be crucial. Like over this 5 year, like all them directors. If I'm hearing that, like all right, we got a plan out to 2032. What can I get done at 2032, bro? That seat open.
yeah.
I'm trying to make the fireest movie you ever seen.
No, I get it. Okay, so let's talk about this. Kevin Feige. So right now Eric Pearson is one of the guys that was writing the script for Fantastic Four, First Steps, Thunderbolts, Thor, Ragnarok, and we'll be writing a new script for Blade. And Blade is set in the modern day.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah. So how are we feeling about that?
So real quick, and I was talking to one of my homies about this shit at work.
Mhm.
Apparently, Ryan Coogler said that if he was going to do it, he was going to set it in the 90s. If he was going to do Blade, he was going to set it in the 90s in some way, in shape or form. It was going to cross over to Sinners. I don't know how. I don't know if that's fully true, if that's straight rumors, but I would have loved to see that.
That would have been gas.
That shit would have been fucking fire with Michael B. Jordan, boy. Come on. But
Yeah.
with him setting in the modern day, like now, it's kind of weird because it's like I don't know how they're doing the whole time thing. Because isn't Fantastic Four set in like the 50s?
Well, I mean, but it's not supposed to be like connected in that way. This is just the guy that wrote some of this, and there's also another person that also is part of the Thunderbolts that should get more respect, at least in this. And that's a crazy take than Eric Pearson, but we'll get to that when we get a little bit lower. But no, I don't think that they're going to really cross. I think that that's going to be with the Midnight Sun, since that project is still going on.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's more of a Midnight Suns type of character. He's got to be more on the dark MCU side. He can't be in what we've seen so far. And we haven't seen that so far with the MCU besides Moon Knight.
I think that's where we headed. Like for the most part, like Thunderbolts was probably the darkest we've seen.
Yeah.
in a long time. And if you look at where it's at on TV, like Daredevil was kind of dark, you know, Punisher is
Yeah.
dark. So it's
No,
like,
yeah,
and Kevin Feige kind of hinted at like, yo, we are kind of getting more to street level, less CGI. We're trying to cut the budgets.
Mhm.
We're trying to make things more real world. Even Doomsday is being shot on real locations, not some big CGI studio.
Yep.
yeah.
So I think that it's up to Eric P, man. It's up to Eric P. This is
100%.
the chance for them to get as dark as they want to do. And also we kind of seen a little bit of Ironheart, how they mix like otherworldly and also hip hop culture a little bit, like how they mix those two. So um he got to tell the story right, because Blade is such a
Icon.
Look, I got look.
Bro.
All I care
No.
about. Go ahead.
Put facts on Blade. Blade saved the MCU. Let's not forget that shit.
Nah, that's true.
We can't
That's true.
play with it. We know it.
We know it. Yeah.
You got it. You have to do it right, and especially y'all, you know what I'm saying, a little pow pow that Mahershala Ali caught in Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
If you come out here and shit the bed, bro, like fans are gonna be supremely.
Oh, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
I'm fully DC at that point if they do my boy wrong.
I mean, here's the thing though, like that's a polarizing like character. And honestly, at the end of the day, is look, as long as they have the club music song again in some form and fashion,
Yeah.
I'm with the shit. So I'm with the shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Gonna go crazy. So we need that. We need that. So
you can't have that with Brad. Like Blade is such an icon, and to have him, and come on now, Wesley Snipes said it best. Only ever gonna be one Blade. Only ever been one Blade. So unfortunately, come on now.
Now they gotta have the whole scene with
the whole
scene. Nah, so okay. I ain't mad at it either. So okay, so look, so let's talk about this. So Kevin Feige again also said that like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers will eventually be recast, point out that other major film and franchises have done it. Look at Superman. David Heyman is now searching for a new James Bond. The Superman was awesome. That will always be the case. How are we feeling about that? I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I think there's enough characters for us not to have anybody replaced.
Yeah.
But you know,
go ahead, Faison.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, bro, Hollywood is lazy, bro. We know who the money makers are. We know who the staples are. I seen like a little TikTok earlier today. Like, a little couple was at the movies, and it's Superman, it's Jurassic World, it's Smurfs. Like, it's all the same shit, just repeating itself from our childhood. Yep. So that makes sense. But in terms of like just MCU, like they resetting everything after Doomsday. So Secret Wars. So it makes sense that we will get reintroduced to these characters, and plus just for the younger generation, like our generation is like getting older, so the younger generation needs to see a new Iron Man. They need to icon, see Captain America. Yeah. Even like he said, he wouldn't recast Thor, but like Thor is getting old. Loki's getting old. Like these people are getting old, so it's like we don't want to have to put them through that and have them in some. I don't want to fuck up his name, but we don't want to have them in some Professor X, Patrick Wilson situation where they're just, you know, off the Deadpool Wolverine swag, like till you're 90. Yeah. Till you're 90. So it makes sense. It's just it's ugly how they do it though. Like I just hope they don't do it ugly. Like make it make sense. Make it make sense.
I'm 100% like on board with just having new characters. Like as much as I know Chadwick Boseman will want to have Black Panther, you know, continue on, I think, you know, he's got that role. Just like Iron Man is Robert Downey Jr. Like I feel like we need to pivot and start finding new stuff. That's why I was on board with the whole mutants thing, because I'm not even too familiar with all the mutants. But I swear for the love of God, I want somebody bad as hell to play Storm, bro. Yeah. That's my baby. And don't get me wrong, bro. Don't get me wrong. Bassett may be old, but hey, bro, hey, hey,
Oh,
bro,
that's crazy. He
hey,
said, Crip gonna do it to you.
hey, I'm gonna do it to you. You feel me? But
Okay,
nah,
so
she definitely so like new characters. We need a whole new slate of just brand new, fresh ideas. And I feel like they need to start reaching out to the community and find these up and coming directors or up and coming film stars to really bring out new people. And I think
I
that's
get it.
why James Gunn is doing a good job
I'm
over
gonna
with
say
the
that's what
Superman
DC
stuff.
is doing.
That's DC doing, yeah.
I didn't even
So,
think
I mean,
the Superman like with Clayface and everything. Like,
yeah.
they're getting new, young, undiscovered, and cheaper talent. So it's like Marvel
All
gotta
right,
pay
Marvel
them.
gotta do that. Okay, so hold on, let me go ahead and go to the chat. They got to have the whole new scene. So I'm assuming the Windsor was talking about Blade, and it's just because it has been done doesn't mean it's right. I guess he's referring to when to swap the characters, and I agree. But you know, he put a good point that everyone gets old. But I just do think we have way more iconic characters that we can use and put them in the limelight. You know, like. That's just that I really do feel like that. Like, I mean, I hate to say this, but before when I was thinking about like Marvel stuff and other things, you know, I don't think that Iron Man was always my pick. Same thing with Captain America before it happened. You know, we knew about him obviously because you know we comic book guys, right? You know, we know about that, the culture, especially everything about us in that sense. But like, let's just be real, they weren't at the top of our list.
Nope.
So I could see them absolutely pivoting, like you all said. I think that DC is doing something great with the shows that they have, and they're making. I think they said they have two movies or three movies, and then like one or two shows, which one of the shows we'll be speaking about shortly. So, with that being said, already talking about it, let's go ahead and pivot. Green Lantern is a John Stewart fucking story.
Yes.
I'm hyped for that. How are we feeling?
That I did not know, but I'm all on board. But
yes, okay.
just like Blade, you gotta bring that stoic black man, bro.
You don't know who the actor is already?
No, I know who he is, but I ain't never seen none of his work. I ain't seen none of his work.
So I don't know. He got the Netflix joint.
Yeah, I'm about to say the Netflix joint. It shows his like combat ability or like you know what I'm saying, his combat acting style.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's smooth. It's smooth.
It's smooth.
Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't say he's the best like reader. You know, but he's definitely capable, especially like a character that's like Green Lantern. Like he's not really heavy on the dialogue anyway. So I mean, it should be good though. It should be
when
good.
I think it's gonna be phenomenal. That's the project I'm waiting for the most. Like to me, in my head. So
I hope that they do it right. When I was growing up, and I thought about Green Lantern, John Stewart, I always thought Michael B. Jordan could play him. He just has that look and that build, but he's just not willing to reach out for those things. But you know, obviously we're here. I'm all for new talent. I'm not saying he's bad. Like I said, I don't know any of his stuff. If James Gunn picked him up and vetted him, he's got to be something. You know, he's got to be good.
He's solid. I think he was in. I mean, it's not nothing crazy, but he was in. I think he was in like the last Lion King too. Like,
he played Mufasa. Yeah. That's what I heard. He played Mufasa.
You know what I'm saying? You see, he has like a powerful, commanding sense about him. Just from the two roles that he's taken. The Netflix joint, like he was like a army vet that kind of went crazy. No, not crazy in essence, but like an army vet that was like off my like, you know, old sheriff town shit. So he was already on that type vibe. And John Stewart is that. You know, the Green Lantern is really just like a space force. So I think he'll do well. I think it'll be well, and they'll have the other Green Lanterns in there for comic relief, and you know. Yeah,
that's it. They're going. I love that they're bringing in Guy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see. We're gonna see the. Yeah, I said we're gonna see the three greatest lanterns of the Corps, which is crazy in my honest opinion. And I still don't agree. Stewart's always gonna be my favorite. I do understand that Hal, quote unquote, is supposed to be the best one. He's my favorite. Nah, apparently Hal is the greatest one.
He is. But, he gets a lot of them. He gets the white ring. He gets a lot of the rings. So.
Okay.
He's pretty goated.
Yeah. He's been. They don't give Stewart that. I guess you can't give a black man.
Oh yeah.
No one does have all that power.
unless he's Stewart.
All I'm saying is John Stewart got his bitch taken by Batman. I'm just saying. Disrespectful,
He ain't the only one.
but facts.
Not the only one. Not the only one. So all right, so also it was announced that Vision Quest film has been wrapped up. How are we feeling about now we're talking about shows? We're in that weird space. But I think Vision Quest is going to be a good one in my honest opinion because Wanda was good. Loki, all those type of I think I put them in a category was good, in my honest opinion.
I heard they're bringing back Ultron, so that's what I was most
Yeah.
excited for. I
Oh
thought
yeah.
I love the voice actor for Ultron, dude. He's such a commanding
Yeah.
villain. Like he's just so great.
And
I
hopefully
agree.
He doesn't have to do a Tony Stark impression like they made him do, and he could just kind of like be Ultron.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But the only thing, my thing with Vision Quest, I mean, even though it is a good time for it, like we're gonna get a lot of AI, a lot of tech talk. But do we really care to watch a robot's family drama? I don't know. I don't know if I'm bagging it, but I mean,
maybe.
I'm gonna watch
maybe. I think it's going to be pivotal. So
I think it's going to be more action because from what is rumored is it's going to be Vision fighting White Vision. He's going to be more going back and forth with him, and then some way, shape, or form, Ultron survived. I don't know. I guess he was like in the internet or whatever, but he survived, and it's not going to be like what we saw in WandaVision. It's going to be more attacking, like you said, the whole AI thing, but there's supposed to be more action involved in it, not the whole 70s sitcom robot family drama.
Right, that's funny as shit. They sound going crazy.
Because he's got to find his way back to Wanda. We know that.
But she's dead.
Oh man.
She's dead, remember? They don't know she's alive.
I don't know if y'all seen the comic book panel for what is it, for Thunderbolts? And they found a statue of Scarlet Witch. It's apparently canon. She's like deep in the what's her name? The Power Players, she's deep in her little archive. You know that little building they was in Thunderbolts?
Yeah.
Her statue's in there, and apparently she's just living in the statue. So
supposedly she's with the TVA. She's frozen with the
so
TVA.
many things,
she
man.
Got saved in she got saved in the new comic.
Why would you want to save? Okay, all right,
but she's frozen. She's in like some prison or something.
Bro,
like that.
regardless, let the bitch die. She's going crazy.
She wild.
Wow. So okay, hold on. You got a question? How many Funko do you have, my brother?
That's too many to count, buddy.
You ain't got a number? You ain't got a number?
Look, I got a whole shelf of freaking Dragon Ball Z. Got a whole shelf of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow.
We got Storm in the background, Luffy, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, just a bunch of different. And then over there, we got a bunch more. So yeah, we get too many to count.
Too many to count. Okay, and so
Saturday cartoon lineup over there.
Nah, no bullshit. Okay, so I mean that's Vision Quest coming 2026. So they're asking too many is crazy. Are they worth money?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So all right. So and that's coming 2026. So I'm looking forward to that. One of our and now we're going back to Jake.
Mm-hmm.
So Jake was the person that I heard about that was doing the Thunderbolts, right? Doing most of it. But he's officially signed in on X-Men, which I think that is a phenomenal casting because he handled and juggled the Thunderbolts so much, and we need our X-Men to not be carbon copies of anything. They need to all have their own struggles. That's what makes them the X-Men. So I think that's a perfect casting, even outside of Eric. Is that a bad take? Good take? I mean, I'm excited.
Jake who? Jake from State Farm? Who are we talking about?
Joe, you're funny. I think his name was Jake. It's like Shire or something like that. SCH. Yeah, Shire.
What did he do?
He did Thunderbolts.
He did Thunderbolts.
I think he did Thor Ragnarok too.
Yeah, so him and Eric P been hip.
Oh, they worked together because on your thing you put Eric did the Thunderbolt stuff. So
he did Thunder, but I heard that Jake the Thunderbolts was mostly Jake, like he was the person that was really in the weeds. Okay. So
I like to play on the psychological
Jake got that shit on.
I guess this guy, the more down to earth stuff that Thunderbolts did. It played more on depression and stuff. It was a different different approach than the normal like world-ending event. Yes, it was still kind of world-ending. Century or Void could have literally killed everybody. But playing on the more mental aspect of the heroes is like the movie kind of reminded me of like a Soft Boys, kind of.
I hated them.
You hated Thunderbolts?
I hated Thunderbolts, bro.
What? That's a hot take. Nah, you gotta talk about it.
The power of love. Like, what the fuck are we?
Bro, he don't watch no anime.
Bro,
He don't watch no. He don't know the power of friendship. Get him out of here,
bro. That's why we can't FaceTime on Tuesdays, man. Exactly why.
I understand the power of love, but like, come on, bro.
No. I mean, I think that everything made sense. I don't think it was a power of love. Everybody, like some people, a lot of people, biggest feeling they can't get stuck. Oh Lord, yeah, but no. Remember that everybody kind of gets stuck in their past. That's what I got from it. Like the things what I saw from it is not about love. It's more so about like things that you had to overcome and moving on. If it was really about love, Faison, then I would give you that. But
it was more like you said, moving on past like traumatic stuff. The love thing I would have gave like Guardians of the Galaxy 1 when they was holding hands and shit.
Yeah, now Guardians of the Galaxy.
Group hug the nigga out of trauma. It's the same thing.
They
said, no, I'm here with you.
You're not wrong, but it's still like
wrong. But I mean, go ahead, Cryptic. Go ahead, Cryptic.
No, I'm trying to defend it. Like I'm trying to defend the movie, but like he's not wrong. But it is like they were trying to move past his whole traumatic experience of like just being used. The dude was basically a junkie.
It made sense. Yeah, like
it made sense for what it was. Yes, it was like a kind of corny thing for them to just hug because I was sitting there laughing like these niggas really just hugged in the middle of fucking. But it's like. I didn't take the movie too seriously because I'm like, they're not really the Avengers. They're not Iron Man. They're not Captain America. Yeah. We're still learning who they are as a character. So I didn't really take the movie too overly seriously.
But we not though.
Nah, Faison, I need you to have the same energy for James Gunn when it came to that, and you gave that shit grace. Because let's just keep it a buck. It was, bro.
Know how I feel about Superman for real, bro.
Bro. But you gave it grace. You know what I'm saying? You changed my opinion on how to see it.
I can't give Thunderbolts grace because we already know who the characters are. All right, I never talked to y'all about Thunderbolts.
Okay. What was the rating you gave it?
Thunderbolts, I give that shit a solid 6. That shit was bad. It was bad. They spent way too much time.
Is a 6 your 5, James?
I'm not giving it a 5. But they spent way too much time inside the vault, the little box area, trying to fake kill each other, and then they got Shorty out of here too fast. The majority of the movie was spent in that spot. Then when they finally get to fight the Void, it's quick and over, done easy. Like it was Red Guardians, a waste of a player. Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
Bro, stop playing with my nigga, bro. My nigga got up out there, bro.
He pulled up in a limousine with no GPS. He pulled up in a limousine, no GPS, just so happened to find his daughter.
Bro, he know what
he knew where he was going, bro. He knew where he was going.
He didn't know where he was. Come on.
He got an ad, bro. He got an
ad, bro. He got the ad. He saw it. It was on
Red Guardian, bro.
That joint would have needed an oil change, some antifreeze, or something before he got all the way to the desert, bro. He drove from DC.
Bro, that's the whole point of it, though, bro. Like he
talking about. I'm sorry. Now shit like that, I cannot rock with.
I feel like you're taking the movie way too seriously because the movie is definitely 100% a gag. It's like there's the only parts that was serious was
connections to get early releases, bro. I have to take it serious. Like if I'm watching this, bro, and Sentry, who is one of the most powerful beings in any universe, comic book or MCU. I'm saying, bro, the power of love should not be enough.
It's not the power of love, bro.
The nigga inside the hospital, right? They're fighting the nigga inside the hospital, right? And everybody's trapped down, getting sucked into the void. Somehow, some way, just in time, once Florence Pugh is doing her whole little sexy cry, I'm with you, they all break out of the void just in time. What are we talking about? We just see this dog walk everybody in the building.
But hold on, that's the only way that they could have won.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's the only way they could not even won. That's the only way they could have survived. You would have hated it regardless the way you're talking and the angle you're doing. Because there was no other way to do that. Like, let's just keep it a buck. It's hard to introduce Void and such. Okay, yeah, let's go to some of the comments. Hold on.
Bro,
let's go
he
to comments
beat the hell out himself.
So Captain Planet ass shit, heart face ass is funny as shit. Lou, Nate, shut your bitch ass up. This nigga James reaction. This is crazy. Century, Busak Pando. Yeah, my favorite character of all time. Just happy saw screen. That's true because I never knew if he was gonna make it. Now, yeah, going back and forth. I ain't gonna lie, that shit sound jack trash from Mad Genius. Feige about to blow me. It's hard to introduce the Void and Sentry in a movie since, like you said, he solos the universe.
That's Grace.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like they made it play on that, and let's just be real. That is also part of Sentry's character. As much as you like, I understand. Like that's the thing. You have to like understand that.
Hey, man, I'm a realist, bro.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is, do we all know that a lot of his character, yes, his whole character is based off him battling internally.
Yep.
This was the movie about. If they would have just made him not do that, I kind of would have looked at it kind of crazy, in my honest opinion.
No, for sure. I get that. It's just like on screen though. Like writing it is dope. On screen, how you do it, it didn't. It was.
You saying it didn't hit?
Yeah, like it just didn't hit. Like it's like, come on, bro. Like make it make sense. Like if they would have like, okay, I'm cool with the power of love, bro. I'm cool with the power of friendship, internal battles, mental health.
This nigga not gonna let that shit go, bro.
I get that. But at the same time, it's like, bro, like you gotta make it believable. Like, don't just so happen to break out of this unbreakable void when you see Shorty calling for Bob. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, make it make sense. He just
I don't think it was like all of a sudden because like you're missing like the key point because like the whole thing was he was beating his own ass. They couldn't touch him. They couldn't get to him. So like in the whole internal thing, he was like, okay, you know, I'm hurting you guys. I'm going to beat the shit out of myself to stop this, but it was making it worse. And yes, I guess the dialogue is what really killed it.
The dialogue, I'll give him that, yeah. But I'll give the dialogue.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
Her thing coming up and being like, you know, yo, like you don't need to beat yourself. Yeah, like that is the dialogue for real.
But here's the thing, though. Let's just be honest. I hate to say this, though. She's been setting it up from the beginning phase when she was talking to him about what's her name. Like it's been set up. It didn't come out of nowhere. Okay, so you're saying that if you're saying that timing, okay,
it just took too long to get to the point, and then when we finally got to the point wasn't even an exclamation. It was just, oh, this is how you stop him? Tight. Now stay with us, even though you still can't really control your powers. Just rock with us, bro.
I mean, well, nobody could do anything with him. He's gonna have to stay with them. That made sense.
Or just stay in the cave, like how you do in the comic books, like just stay in the cave. But we don't want that, you know what I'm saying? And we know, like the introductory, like that's I'll give it grace. Like this is introduction. We can't see him fully unleashed because he don't even know what he could do yet. So when we see him turn up, he just better turn up.
No, and I think he is. I think that his whole thing, like I said, he's going to be fighting Captain Marvel.
That's crazy.
That comment is crazy. Fucking word. I don't know if you can read that last one, but yeah.
He's a school shooter on Max. Is crazy.
Hey, bro, he definitely gave off that vibe.
Okay, no, I definitely gave that vibe. Make sure y'all hit that follow button, y'all. Yeah,
for sure. Shout it out.
Y'all. Shout out to my man. See, we gonna be joining the network soon. He gonna be joining the network soon for sure.
Lou got some crazy ass takes.
Yeah, nah. He gonna make this shit go. He gonna take this shit off. So no Diddy. That sounded crazy too.
Wild.
Wow. Some people gonna have crash. Look, I already heard Face On. Like everybody been talking to me about Face On. They like, hey, that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he's the one. I'm like, all right, y'all, stop the glaze. All right, my man, like that. But
but stop me when I'm capping, bro. And even just to get it back on point, I think that Thunderbolts was well directed for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So if he gets his hands on X-Men, I just hope they go the younger route, more so leaning towards X-Men Evolution, not the older stars. you know what I'm saying, and really get into the Mutant Academy, which is, you know what I'm saying. I hope we get there, and he's proven that he could do it right. He's proven that he could do a team up movie with new characters, with cool-ish abilities, and still keep it real world. So that's what I'm hoping for. I think he can handle it.
Okay. So, all right. So with that being said, he spent a decent amount of time on that. Let's go ahead. Crypto brought this up, but Spider-Man is releasing a 2.1 or something. What's that about?
So
I do want to read Miracle Man. I feel like I read that before. I'm gonna catch up on that. But no, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. So I guess there's a director's cut or a 4K cut of Spider-Man 2 from Tobey Maguire. I know you hate him, James, but real niggas know what it is.
Come on, don't disrespect me. Y'all talk about I'm a hater.
So, you know what I'm saying? Tobey Maguire, you feel me? But they got I think it's coming out sometime in September. But it's supposed to be 4K and it's supposed to be lit. So I'm here for it.
Man, nobody want to see that bullshit. We already seen it multiple times before. What are you talking about? Do I want to see Tobey Maguire old ass eyes too? Them shit's popping out his damn heads. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Y'all could be spending money doing other shit, all right? Fuck all that. It's already immortalized. Don't get me wrong. The movies, the 1 and 2.
So watch your mouth.
Definitely 2. Definitely 2 is crazy. 2 is crazy, like for sure. Spider-Man 2, hands down, gotta get respect. But Toby's ass, fuck both of y'all. If y'all think different, you know what I'm saying? Talking about watch your mouth, pussy. No, you watch your mouth. Crazy. All right, slut. And stop playing with me. Hey, look, man, I stand on business.
You standing on it?
I'm standing on it. That's my take for it. I don't give a flying fuck. Now this is something that drop kick you. Let's be real, Doug will drop kick you. Be real. Not right, man. I like to see that. I'll pay that. I'll pay for that. Cause he's not Spider-Man. He's not Spider-Man in real life. Nah, dude, nah.
Hey, look, he gonna break James' camera. You gonna cry about it?
And see, that's what's different. He dealing with a nigga. I would smack the dog shit. What the fuck are you talking about? But okay. So this is something that's kind of off the script that I wanted to talk about. How are we feeling about Alien? You had to rage bait me. Of course you did, and I took the fucking bait.
The last Alien was fire. I don't know if y'all seen that joint. The last Alien was fire.
The new one?
Yeah,
the new one, yeah.
Bro. When I tell you what, that shit looked fire. And they're going to Earth?
Yeah, good? So no, there's a show coming out. The movie was fire, but there's a show coming out August 14th. No, August 11th, I think. I can't wait till it comes out. So are we all looking forward to that? Are we all looking forward to that?
Yeah, because
I'll top in. I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, that's it. I'll watch it.
Oh, it sounds like you kind of like, eh.
I mean, I'm not a big Alien Predator guy. Like, it's cool, but it's, you know what I'm saying. It's better shit out there for me. I'm not a big super sci-fi nigga, so you know what I'm saying. But it was like the movies is fine. I get it. I get the lore. You know what I'm saying. Like, I'm supported. And if they do it right, like they did the movie, I'm with it.
I agree. I think it's gonna be a move.
Nah, they definitely are hitting with this shit. Ever since Prey, where they started to redo the Predator franchise and stuff, I'm here with it because boy, oh boy, am I a big fan of that series. And like seeing them go back to Earth. The only one they did that with, which was I think Alien 2, where she got accused of killing all of the Nostromo crew and everything. Okay. So she had to like fight against whatever, I forgot what the company's called, the W company. She had to fight against them and go on trial and everything. It was a whole big thing.
Yeah.
So they've never went back. But to see that, we're not only going to see xenomorphs, we're going to see other different like aliens on Earth.
I think there's 4 to 5 that we're going to see. Yes. And that's just going to be fire. So.
And I don't know if y'all watched the Predator, the animated jump. I think it's like Killer of Killers.
Killers of Killers. Yeah, that was good too. That like they're having a run. They're having a run.
They're going crazy.
Yeah. So, with that being said, they just released a trailer today, so I'm gonna share my screen and let's just watch it together, honestly, because it's the same created by Prey, you know. And I think that I'm just all in for it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all in. Like, you know, no bullshit. Like, I'm all in. This came out 10, so I'm going to go ahead and present my screen. Okay, share screen. Okay. All right. Let me know. Okay. So
Yep.
let's go ahead and go through it. Let's make sure we can hear it, and let's watch it together, y'all.
So this is your first hunt.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you've come to the most dangerous planet in the universe.
Nah, that's just kind of hard.
Nah, bruh.
Okay.
Dang, she killed that joint.
She grabbed that joint out the air, bruh.
Okay.
Crazy ass.
You're after a creature that can't be killed. The definitive apex predators. I could help you.
Oh, she's an android, like off an Alien. So we saw that. Okay, yeah, that's the thing.
Good luck with your journey.
Some comedy to it.
Here, you're not the predator. You're the prey.
Ooh.
Okay, we see what's going on.
First hunt. Okay, we never seen a younger.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's off a. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bruh.
We might not be alone in this hunt.
Oh, is that humans?
I mean, she's
Oh.
an android, so that makes sense. All right.
You can
I'm
dig that
telling
one.
bro.
You might get a $5
You want
Tuesday on
championship
me. I don't
in
know if I'm
Okay.
paying
A
full price.
$5 Tuesday is wild.
You might get a $5
Yeah, that's
Tuesday.
crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I mean, look at my Nah, this could be tough. I think it could be good, man. In my honest opinion, I
Combat
see
look crazy.
combat look crazy. I like that now they have the woman off of the android off of Alien, so now we know it's an actual AVP, which we never had a canon one. So I think that's gonna be good. So basically, a YN predator.
Them
Yeah,
Predators crazy work.
Yeah,
predator. So I mean,
I'm fucking with the arrow too, like the bow and arrow.
yeah,
Yeah, that's new.
that's
I
new.
have
Yeah,
not seen that.
it turned to a blade, and then he pulled it back and turned to an arrow. That's hard.
Yeah.
So okay, well, look, man. I know it's pretty late for the East Coast. Got a little bit of a late start. It's not something we plan to do all the time, but we appreciate y'all for hanging in. You know,
YC with the haircut.
YC with the haircut is crazy. I'm about to jump.
Niggas is crazy. You might
Over
catch
there.
in the window. You might catch something. I don't know. I'm just prepare myself.
Oh shit! So I appreciate you guys. Keep on spreading the word, spreading the love. We're at 118 today.
Yes, sir. Woo.
Never, I'm about to say not topping out the 140 like we were doing for the other stuff, but hey, we're still staying strong. All right. So with that being said, we appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Get ready for work tomorrow, and me and Cryptic will see you tomorrow for anime section. We may have a special guest as well, but that's to be determined. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in the stream. We holler at y'all tomorrow.
Take the take.
Yes, sir.